Hi everyone, welcome to Nonna Stitching Lounge. I'm Rosie and we talk about crochet and some knitting and lots of yarny goodness on this channel. So if it's something that appeals to you, please press the subscribe button and you'll be notified of whenever I make a video. So today is Sunday, March the 29th, and it is a very windy day. So you might even actually hear the wind in the background. So today I wanted to come on and show you some of the things that I finished, and I will start right away with my ribbed sweater. So this is the woman's rib sweater. You can see it right here. I followed the exact pattern that I put out on the men's rib sweater. The only thing I changed was that I used a size 4 yarn instead of bulky 5 that I used in Nonna's. So what I used on this sweater is the Mandela Tweed stripes, and it is in the color Shooting Star. So I used, I think, about 5 of these, maybe, no, not even, I think 4 for the sweater. I used a 6.5 hook. It calls for a, this yarn calls for 5.5. I use a 6.5, and I love it. I just changed, I've already washed it, and it's so soft. I have to tell you, I did not think that I would like this yarn at all. I don't know. I'm not a stripe type of person, but I bought it, and it was on sale, and I thought, oh, this would be kind of interesting to see how it would come up with my rib sweater. So I did control the colors a little bit. So mainly I did the sleeves. I controlled the sleeves so that they would come out the same. So what I did is I actually I took the yarn apart, and because the one thing that really bugged me about this yarn, I have to tell you, is that none of the skeins that I bought matched at all. So like some had this in a darker red, in a darker gray, and it was just all over the place. Like, you know, like you could see the differences here. So anyway, so I broke it all apart and I made the sweater. So if I will put the link to my tutorial. It's a long tutorial, so I'm sorry about that, but I do try to cover everything. It's mainly for anybody who has not done a lot of crochet. I wanted to make sure that you know, I show the beginning and the end and how to follow the stitch pattern and stuff. So, but you know, those of you that know how to crochet and have done wearables, you can just fast forward some of the parts. But yeah, so and I'm going to try the exact same pattern actually in a cotton. But what I might do is just make the collar a little bit wider for the cotton. But you see, I only did, I think, 2 or 1 row or round of single crochet here, because I didn't want a turtleneck and I didn't want like a huge ribbing. I did a short sleeves, which I love, and it is so soft. I'm really surprised that I like it as much as I did, but I'm not crazy about this yarn. Only because I didn't like the fact that the balls kept changing all the time. Like none of the yarn, like, it followed properly. Like if you look, like even here, it's a little darker, and then it goes, and then this gray is lighter, and then this light gray never really showed up again in any of the balls. And they were all the same. I checked, most of them were the same dye lots. Yeah. Anyway, so that is my finished sweater. So then I had all this yarn all broken up in different colors, and I thought, well, what can I do with that? And so I went through a stitch book that I have of 500 stitches, and I chose a Lacy Chevron stitch, and I made a Chevron spring shawl. Yeah, it's my own pattern. Well, my own pattern. I followed the stitching. You could see the stitching. And I kind of color controlled, so every 3 lines I would change the color. and then I got to the end and it kind of got whatever. And now you'll see I have these buttons, and I'll show you why in just a second. But I sewed in all the ends because I was changing colors every 3. But what I like about this is that well, you can't really see because I'm wearing the same sweater. So just a second while I take this off. All right, so through the power of video, here you go. So I did the shawl, and then I put 2 buttons because I like it to kind of sit nice. And I like the way this chevron pattern, it's lacy, but it kind of gives you this kind of, it's not a deep chevron, which I don't like, and it gives you this kind of line in between. I don't know if you can tell. So I thought this was kind of cool. The other thing I like about this is that you can also wear it like a poncho. So this is why I put the buttons, so that you can also wear it like a poncho. And just put these 2 little black buttons. So I thought that was kind of cute. And you can see the way the striping. So you can make the shawl as long as you want. You can wear it any way you want. And yeah, so I'm going to call it my Lacy Chevron spring pattern. So I will write it up, and I might even just do a tutorial on the stitch. So anyway, so that's cool. Like, all I did was I crocheted, it's patterns of 10, a repeat of 10, and I'll just show you a little bit closer. So repeats of 10. And then I mean, you can do it on a mandala where you don't have to change colors, or you can do it on whatever you want. So anyway, really cool. And again, just use this tweed. So this is all I have left of, I think, 6 balls. So that's that. So it is kind of splitty, by the way, the mandala tweed stripes. And you can't really, I think somebody else did a tutorial or a review on it, but it's going to be splitty because basically you can see there's 2 different colors, and there was a lot of knots in this too, which I wasn't too thrilled about. But anyway, I don't think I'll buy it again, but it sure as hell looks really nice in this shawl that I made. So you might notice that there is a change here a little bit in my studio, or my Nonna Stitching Lounge. We've got some new pillows, a nice white blanket, and some new pictures. So we are in quarantine like everybody else, Nonna and I, and we're getting along famously, so that's really good. And we're working at home, sharing the desk and the noise level and all those things. So we thought we would start decluttering our condo and painting and doing just different things around, moving things around to see maybe once this is all said and done, we might put the condo up for sale, and who knows where we're going to go, because we really haven't even thought of it as to where we're going to go. But anyway, we thought we had the time and it was kind of cool. So yeah, so I bought some new pillow covers, some new bedding. Love Amazon, by the way. As you probably know, they're still delivering to our concierge. I wipe all the boxes when they show up. I use disinfectant, wash my hands, do all those things. So don't worry, we're all safe. So then I took the pillow cover off of this. This had this old red brownie, I don't know, pillow cover. It was old, and God, it had to be 10 years old. So I took it off, and underneath, in it, there's a really nice down pillow. So it is 22 by 12. So I go on Amazon to look for a cover, like I did with these ones, which are 18 by 18, and couldn't find anything 22 by 12. So I decided I'm going to crochet one. So here is one of the pieces. I know it looks small, but it's gonna get the down shrinks, right? Oh, it's blowing out. So I'm using the Karen Cotton Lip Cakes in the white. It's beautiful. Blow it out. And I think for the front, I'm going to mix it with the gray and do some striping, similar to the striping, because it's going to be in the same room. So I thought that would be kind of cool. So anyway, so I'm doing some DIY home stuff, which I don't normally do. So I'm using I don't think you're going to see it here, but I'm using an extended single crochet. So I don't know if you guys know, I did it in a pattern stitch, in a test pattern. And it's like you put the yarn, the hook in, yarn over, you crochet one chain, and then yarn over and crochet through. Does that make sense? Anyway, I just thought it'd be nice and tight, but I didn't want to just do single crochet. It gives it a nicer texture. I might do half doubles on the front of the pillow. So that is pretty much it of what we've been doing here in Toronto. We have the same restrictions by the law, and we are not allowed to go out except for groceries, which Nonna's been doing, and they have you stand, I don't know, 6 feet apart, and they let you go in. It's really odd. I haven't been grocery shopping at all, so I don't know. What else do I have to say? That's pretty much it. Don't have a lot to say. And so I hope everybody's keeping safe. I will get this pattern done for you, or I'm going to try to maybe do a tutorial at some point for this shawl, but I really love it. Like I said, you can make it as long as you want. And so that's it. No, what's for dinner? Do you have anything planned tonight?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet, he says. I'm sure it'll be something wonderful. All right, guys. So everybody stay safe, take care, and we will chat soon. Ciao for now.